Oh my god! What up, everybody? Happy Wednesday! I forgot what button to push to come to switch screens. How's everybody doing? It's Monday. Do not check your watch. It's Monday. It's not Wednesday. But let's have a bonus episode today. Why not? Hope you're doing well. Let me adjust these lights a little bit. I feel like it's too bright. Oh, I know what I did wrong. Yep. Hope everybody's having a good beginning of the week. I saw you guys out there fishing, catching all the fishes. That's good. It's very fun. Very fun. Here we go. There we go. Alright. I see you guys. What's up, Leonard? What up, Salty? What up, Peter86 in the house? Peter86 coming in number one. Number one. Number one. And then Mr. Halibut Man. What up, dude? It's been a while. Good to see you, Halibut Man. Jesse in the house. What up, Jesse? Steven. What's up, Steven? Bit. What else we got in here? We got Coach in the house, of course. And Coach will be on a little bit later today. That's even better. The show just got better instantly. Let's see. Shout out to Benji. What up, Benji? How's it going, dude? Shout out to. Wait, how'd you get the emotes like that, Benji? Interesting. Those are cool. Bit on a Monday night at home. Oh, what's up, Captain Dan? Are you home? That's cool. Good to be home. What up, Mel? Welcome to the show. What's up, everybody? And I got Salty, of course. I got Leonard. Thanks for tuning in, boys. Sorry to throw you off, Salty. Made me laugh though. That's funny. What's up, Iron Fish? How's it going? Oh my God, guys! It's just Monday. You know, work was super busy today, and got a lot. I had to do a lot of deep thinking. And I just want to jump on here and hang out with my buds, say hello. Hope everybody's doing well, and yeah. So that's what we're doing for today. Chilling out, hanging out, talking. Guess what? I have the phone connected to the soundboard, so if you want to call in and say something, it's not rude. Call in and we'll get you on here. We're gonna do a call-in show today, and then we'll close the show with Coach Werf, and we'll do the
Get ready.
We'll do the San Diego fishing report. I got my soundboard ready. What up, Jason Lord? Welcome to the stream. Very cool, Jason. Welcome. Good to have you in here. All right, so we're just chilling, talking about random stuff. The SD, sorry, I was gonna go SD Fish. The Fish Hype forum is growing slow and steady. I mean, not that bad because we made it past the 50 user mark. If you haven't heard about Fish Hype yet, let me know in the chat. Oh, you know what? Let's start with the pop top. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. I'm out of practice. I haven't run the show by myself in a while. Okay, so. I think I put somebody else. Okay. Okay, so if you're new to the show, we used to start the show by opening up a refreshing beverage. So I'm going to give you guys a couple minutes to go out to your kitchen or somewhere, get yourself your favorite tasty drink, and we're going to hang out for about 45 minutes to talk about fishing. It's going to be a blast. Talk about the fishing, I guess, scene right now. And I'm gonna start the show off by doing a little pop top. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best pop top you ever heard in your life, 1 being the worst, rate this pop top. Brutal. That was good. Mr. 05 STI, bro. It's been a long time since I've seen you in the chat. Maybe because we've just been doing shows on Wednesdays. Cheers. Let me know in the chat what the score is. 1 to 10. Benji, thanks for the 12. I'll take it. And then let me know what you're drinking in the chat. Oh, 10 for a random Monday. I love the score, Salty, and I love the score description afterwards. It makes it even better. Mr. O5, Mr. O5 STI. If you're not working right now, go grab yourself a drink. It doesn't have to be alcoholic. Just grab yourself a nice, refreshing beverage, hang out, put your feet up, relax, enjoy the show. Any questions, you just throw them in there. Okay? Oh, chat disconnected. No. What is the connection? Let's see. Resetting my monitor. There it goes. Perfect. Chat is reconnected. Let's go. All right. Yep. So I wanted to remind you guys of some things. So let's do some announcements. Yeah, announcements should be good. So announcements. Splash screen. Announcements. We are doing a Mad Max Fishing Club outing on Saturday. Doc Stalker, I will answer that question right after this one announcement, and then we'll go back to the announcements after I answer your question. So hang in there for a couple minutes. Mad Max Fishing Club, we're having a get together. It's going to be this Saturday, May. Is it 5th or 6th? I think it's. Yeah, Saturday, May 6th. Okay. In the morning, you have two. Well, it's a whole day thing, but you have options to go to the beginning or the. Anyway, let me explain just what's happening. We have in the morning, you can go out with us. We're going to fish we're going to probably go out past like the Zuniga Jetty, fish on the far side, see what we can catch, change it up a little bit. We don't get to fish that side that often. So that's the plan, to go out there and fish in the morning and head back. So you can meet us up, we can hang out, we can fish as a group. If you haven't been out there before, no, Salty. Do you have a tournament, Salty? So we'll be going out. If all the details are going to be in fishhype.com, and it's a good place to see who's going and see what the status is. Okay, so that's the first part of the day. We're gonna fish. We're gonna try to come back and trying to head back like around 12, so that we can hopefully avoid the wind and get back to shore by 1. Okay, so that gives us about an hour to get back. It might need to leave a little bit earlier, but depending on the wind. But that's the goal. Okay, and then at 1, we're gonna meet up at the I think it's called Farragut Road at the end of Farragut Road by Liberty Station Park. There's that little cul-de-sac where we launch from usually. Where we had last year's MMFC get together. So we're gonna have a potluck. So everybody's welcome to come to the potluck. You don't have to be an angler. You could just be somebody that's interested in the club. You can be somebody that's interested in fishing and not interested in being a part of the club. But you want to go meet some other anglers and you want to hang out and make new angler friends or fishy friends, as we call it. Then you would go to this potluck. It's open to anybody. You can bring your family. Some people are bringing their kids. I'm bringing my kids. We're chilling out there. Coach is going to be there firing up the grill. You can bring any item you want. Don't go overboard and bring enough to feed an army. Just bring like something with like maybe 8 to 12 servings, right? Because we're gonna have a lot of people show up, hopefully, and I don't want to be left with a ton of food. I feel embarrassed having so much food, which is good, but just want to make sure that everything gets eaten. Okay, so don't bring too much food. Just bring enough for about 8 to 12 people. Yeah, eight. If you just shoot for 8 servings, you're probably good. Okay, like if you want to bring a dessert, Coach is gonna be cooking. No, I'm sorry, Ironfish is gone. I need to update that. Did the bot just say that? Oh yeah, Nightbot's over there telling lies. Nightbot, why you lying, dude? Nightbot didn't get the memo. I'm sorry, guys. Let me disable that alert. Yeah, the MMFC rods are gone. Gone. MMFC rod disable. Okay, disabled. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, so that's gonna be a blast. You can learn more about that by going to fishhype.com. Okay, we use Discord usually for this kind of thing, but it has become a little bit. It gets hard to track specific topics because you're kind of just talking in a constant going thread, right? So with Fishhype, we're able to put our events in the Fishhype clubs section. So if you go to fishhype.com and look for clubs, and you'll see Mad Max Fishing Club in there. You'll see the details for the event there. You'll see who's going, what they're bringing, to give you ideas about what to bring if you're coming to the potluck or not. And then once you go there, you can let me know and say, hey, I'm going in the morning, or I'm only going for the potluck, or I'm doing both and I'm bringing so many people. So that's the plan. If you're interested and you want to come out, do that. It'd be great. Fishhype.com. Okay. What else? Let's get to this question first, and then we'll get back to the announcements. Okay, remind me of the announcement we're going to go into next is the Fish Hype giveaway and the Fish Hype fishing reports contest we have going on. Okay, here we go. So Doc Soccer asks, quick question off the top of your head: what are the 3 top things to get for kayak fishing? So Doc Soccer, I'm going to tell you the things that I assume you already have, and then I'll tell you what the next things you should get are. Okay, so I'm going to assume you already have a kayak. I'm going to assume you already have a paddle or a way to save yourself if your drive fails. I'm going to assume you already have a personal I guess it's called PFD. I know it as PFD, but it's personal flotation device, personal flotation something. PFD. Make sure you have a PFD. It's against lifeguard regulation or lifeguard regulations if you don't wear one. If you have a PFD, don't just have it on your kayak. Wear every second of the day that you're on your kayak, just in case you get whacked by a jet ski. You're able to float up to the surface. If they knock you out, that sucks. It sounds like a terrible thing to say, but that's why we wear them, right? Because you don't know when you could be incapacitated for whatever reason, and you don't want to just go sink to the ocean, to the bottom of the ocean. Okay, so always wear a PFD when you're on your kayak. What else? So I assume you have all that stuff. And I'm gonna give you this bonus one, and I'll add 3 more on top of this. Okay, so the main, most useful tool you're gonna have for your kayak is your kayak cart. Okay, especially if you have a heavier kayak like a Hobie PA, and like a Hobie PA, maybe even those look pretty heavy too, like the Outbacks. Your cart is like your is your buddy, dude. Your cart is what's gonna allow you to move that kayak around and take it from your car from your garage to the car from the car to the water and back without having to ask anybody to help you. Okay, so for sure a kayak cart, and you want to get the one with the beach wheels. Okay, get the beach wheels. It's gonna be a little bit more expensive. It's gonna hurt a little bit in the wallet, but it's totally worth, dude. Just get the biggest wheels you can find that fit your kayak. I like the Hobie Tracks too. That cart is amazing. I've had it for over 3 years now, I think. No, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Shoot, over like 5 years. Cart is bulletproof. Just don't abuse it, like everything else. It's one of the best things that you could get for your kayak if you're fishing solo or if you're going out transporting your kayak by yourself. Okay, it's key. All right, now let's move on to the other stuff. I know you want me to tell you to get a most expensive fish finder you can find, but you don't need that. Okay, you can do a lot of other. You can buy a lot of other things for your kayak before you go invest in a fish finder. Okay, and I'll tell you why when you should invest in a fish finder in a second. After I tell you the first 3 things you should get, besides the things I already talked about. Woo! Let's go. So you should get So what do I have to have besides that stuff? I assume you already have rods and reels. Okay, so that's also a gimme. So after that, I'm gonna give you 3 more things. Okay, 3 more things. Let's see, 3 more things that I feel like I gotta have when I go out and fish. Not counting my kayak cart and everything else I talked about already. I think you're supposed to have a net. I rarely fish with a net, but I should start taking it with me. I usually have a gaff. So a net or a gaff would be one thing. And a crate or a way to easily load up and offload your kayak. Okay, that way your stuff could be contained in one unit. I'm just gonna call it a unit or one container, and you can load your kayak up and take your stuff off with with not that much effort. Okay, and so that would be the two things I would start with. Would be the a net or a gaff, uh, crate style setup. So like I think it's called a black pack. The older, the new version. I like the older version. It's like it doesn't. It's not as modular, but it looks like it's more sturdy. It's just like pretty much like these like boards made out of plastic. So that's what I would go with. A third thing I would think that you need to start fishing on a kayak. That's not some of the basics already. I would go with what's been useful to me. I mean, it's kind of like a knick-knack thing right here. Like I just got a rope, so you can so you can tie your kayak off if you decide to land it and just go to the restroom real quick. Yeah, or tie up with a friend because you're gonna drift together or something. Like it's nice to have a rope. I'd have like about um, it's like about a 12 to 15 foot rope. Because you could do a lot of things with that. I usually have it looped through one of my H rails on the left. And if I need to tie up, I just tie up. If my kayak flips over, I can use that rope to help me right my kayak. What else? Yes, this is the other thing you'd have. Something that you can like fishing pliers. I get the ones with the split ring tip, a actual line cutter section, and then like the actual pliers, right? So all like the 3-in-1. Because especially if you're fishing hooks with like trebles, I hate taking those off by hand, and I just like cringe when I see somebody like handle fish with like multiple treble with lures that have multiple trebles in them. And if like that fish just goes wild, it's like a weaponized fish on your kayak. All right, it's depending on what kayak you have, it could be like a weaponized fish on your lap, throwing hooks around, violently swinging that lure around, chucking, it's just like a recipe for disaster. So, yeah, that would be the main ones. And then if you're gonna go for any kind of spotty bowl records or spotty or like club records, or if you're fishing one of the side pots that you don't have to fish during the event, I would recommend also getting a hog trough. So there's a lot of people like the catch ones. They look sturdy, they look pretty cool, but I'm a fan of just like the old school plastic hog troughs. Where you put the little pipe insulation down the rails on the side so you can make it float. That's just been, it's been pretty good. Okay, so those are the three things those are all the things that would get on the kayak. I know there's probably more than three, but if you don't have all that stuff, that's what I will work on getting, right? And then after you have fished in the bays for a little bit and you got some experience, you know what it feels like to fight a decent sized fish. Maybe not even a decent sized fish, but you have an idea of what it's like to fish on a kayak, right? It's a little bit different than when you're fishing from shore, and a little bit different than when you're fishing from a boat, because you're sitting down the whole time, right? Your casting is going to get a little bit different. When you land a fish, it's going to be a little bit different, right? You never want to wind up all the way so that the fish is at the end of your rod, right? You always want to wind up, and when you feel like you got about a rod's length of line still out from the tip of the rod, instead of reeling in, you just lift the rod tip up, and that'll bring the fish towards you. I like to switch hands, bring the rod this way, and then I grab the line up close, real close to the kayak, with the fish still in the water, just his face poking up or just under the surface. That way, if he spits the lure out last second, your rod isn't that loaded up because most of the weight of the fish is still in the water. Don't try to lift it up out of the water without having your hand on the line, because then you're gonna load up the rod, and if that lure pops out last second, or it just thrashes before you handle it, it's gonna slingshot that lure into your hand or to your eyeballs or something like that. Oh, another thing I'd recommend getting is glasses, dude. Like, you don't have to go fancy with polarized glasses and stuff. They help, but do wear glasses, just for the sun and also for like basic like eye protection. Okay, so those are the things I would recommend to you if you're starting out. So that's a great question, dude. Thanks for asking it. Okay, right on. 100% for the fish finder. Yeah. Trying to break the bank. Yeah, exactly. So fish finders, the most expensive fish finders are the brand new fish finders. Okay. Let me kind of just like go analyze this real quick. The fish finders are worse than buying a car off the lot. Buying a brand new car. You know, as soon as you drive it off the lot, it loses its value by half or something like that, right? I know I'm exaggerating, but that's the idea. So the most expensive fish finder you can get is a brand new one, right? And I don't have any sponsors that sell fish finders. I don't think for the show. So, ha! I can say what I want. Just kidding. That's probably why I don't like having sponsors for that kind of stuff. So what I would recommend is scavenging it off of a working kayak, or someone that doesn't have, someone that's trying to sell it, right? A lot of times people will sell kayaks with the fish finder already installed. Oh, Fastlane sells fish finders? Dang. All right. Well, go buy one at Fastlane. Just kidding. I would recommend, if you get one, if you can, I would put it off as much as possible until you actually need it. Okay. It doesn't actually find fish. We call it a fish finder. It's just a way to read the depth. And yes, sometimes you can see fish down there, but usually the fish finder device that's putting out the signal, putting out the vibes, it's usually behind you, right? It's like around like towards the back of your kayak, if not right under you. What's up, Roy? Welcome. So a lot of the things you're seeing are right below you, or you already passed them, right? So you don't get to see like a full front view of 3D of like where the fish are, and then you can just cast at them. No. It's straight down. You have to get familiar with how it works, what it's seeing, right? And for the type of fishing that we're doing in the beginning, just spotty fishing, you can save yourself some work, I guess, if you're like if you're doing like if you're trying to fish deep and you're trying to look for structure, right? Like trying to drop like slow pitch jigs on there, or like axe blades, or just like drop shot straight down onto like something you see on the scope. It would be helpful, right? But like, for example, if you're fishing Mission Bay, you can go fish the grass and just drift. You know, just cover the whole ski beach in like a grid as you drift, and get familiar with what it's like and all the depths, just based on how you're using your rod and reel, right? So you don't really need it. I think in Mission Bay. And if you're not competing, where you want to remember spots and look for new spots that somebody might not be able to figure out unless they have a sonar, then I would start messing with it and get one. But if you're just recreational fishing, like catch release, it's not necessary, I think, right? Now if you're eventually gonna move out and do like some exploring, like go out and fish La Jolla, for example, or go out the mouth of Mission Bay, or even within San Diego Bay, if you're gonna go start exploring more towards the mouth of San Diego Bay and like go out to the bait barge, go out to Zuniga Jetty, all that stuff, then I would start to think about getting one, because at that point, San Diego Bay's got a lot more variety and depth. Also, when you start making those outings, you're more likely to run a little late into the evening, and that marine layer, that fog, could come in sometimes pretty early, right as the sun sets. It'll start rolling through, right? So as the sunset starts rolling through, as the fog starts rolling through, you could end up getting like not trapped, but like disoriented, based on you won't be able to see any land, or you won't be able to see anything you can relate to. And then you won't know if you're going towards the bay, out the bay, right? So it's nice to be able to see your GPS path for the day on your sonar, so you can just use that to trace yourself back, right? So that's really nice. So that's when I would start looking into getting a sonar, is when you're starting to fish deeper stuff. If you're competing, if you're like, it's a really nice to have, but it's not a need to have. Okay. I know some people in the chat might disagree, but let me know what you guys think in the chat, guys. Do you feel like fish, like once you got your fish finder, you got significantly better at fishing? Let me know in the chat. So think about this. Like say you started fishing. So let's say how much of an effect did getting a fish finder have on your overall fishing? Who bought a houseboat? What? Let's go. MMFC houseboat. All right, let's see. Sorry, I wasn't reading, guys. I was just kind of ranting. Eating some catfish. Whoa, let's go. What? Oh, that's cool, Jesse. I like that. That's very cool. Hey guys, I'm selling a secret pinhead rod. Nice. Um, Ironfish. You can list that item in the Mad Max Fishing Club Discord swap meet, and I think we're also gonna put a for sale and stuff in Fish Hype. I thought we had one already. If not, I'll do that tonight because that is something that is necessary. Oh, we do. We have a Fish Hype market that you can post that in Fish Hype. So you'll probably be the. Oh yeah, I put a Spider-Man bike on there. Let's go. All right, go check out the market, guys. There's a market in the Fish Hype forum. I can't remember if it was in there. Let's see. About 3 months. Let's have maybe 3 months down the road is a good. Oh, perfect. Yeah, that's great, Kevin. That's a good one. That's good. So yeah, that's a good ballpark figure. To have because you have a lot to learn as it is, right? From what I've heard, people usually just use it for depth and temp. Yep. Yep. I bought a giant one, and I hardly use it. Uh, I don't want I think the type of fishing that I do is not that serious. Yeah, knowing depth and temp is useful for sure in the bays. Inshore, it is needed to find rock piles and such to rock. Yep, exactly. Yep. Find little ledges, find little drop offs, structure, all that good stuff. Yep, makes sense. Uh, Coach, it's already 7:45. Jeez, Coach, are you okay with coming on in about 5 minutes? Sorry for the delay there. I apologize. Real quick, guys. You know what? Let me get Coach in here first. We'll get Coach in here, and we'll continue with the announcements, and then go to the fishing report, and then we'll be. Jeez, time flies when you're having fun. See, 1 or 2 good questions like that, guys, and we could do this every day. Just kidding. Just kidding. Don't get crazy. Doc Soccer, thanks so much for tuning in, and thanks for the awesome question. Are you in our Discord server, or are you on Fish Hype? Here we go. Exclamation point hype. Boom. Go join that forum, and then okay, go join that forum. All right, I see. Wait for Coach to call in. Okay. Well, Coach is very. No, I'm not. Oh, of course, LA people are allowed on Fish Hype. Of course, we have some people in Newport that are on there, and it's a blast. So we're doing. That's a good segue. Haha, a good segue into the 2 things that we're doing on Fish Hype. If you fish this weekend, actually, if you fish for the past 2 weeks, I know Kevin put in a report after we did the last competition. So Kevin, that report's going to count towards this week's, I guess, poll. What we're doing over on Fish Hype is we want to make sure that you guys get some exposure for the awesome fish reports that you're turning in. So on Wednesday when Brian's on, we'll do Fish Hype. Sorry, we're gonna announce the winner of the Fish Hype fishing report of the week. Okay, if you want to submit your fishing report, go over to fishhype.com, go to the reports section, and then you can submit your fishing report. Just talk about a little summary of what you did and what happened and what was significant about it for you. If you have a couple of pictures, throw in some pictures in there, and then I'll see all the new reports tomorrow. I'll create probably maybe tonight. I don't know, but soon, either tonight or tomorrow, I'll create a post that's titled something like best fishing report voting or something like that, right? And then you guys can all jump in there and vote for the best fishing report after you read all the ones that got nominated, and then we'll announce the winner on Wednesday. The winner gets a Fish Hype shirt. It's a Fish Hype forum shirt. So Those are pretty sick. I haven't even figured out what design's gonna be yet, but I'm working on it. It's gonna be awesome. So you get a fish hype shirt, and then on top of that, we have an ongoing goal for the fish hype, which is to reach 200 users, 200 registered users. Okay. Now I don't want you to go over spam it up with the fake accounts. I need real accounts. real people only over at Fish Hype. And let's see where we're at right now. Let me give you guys a little status update. Let's see. Admins. About. Okay. Let's see. Signups. Oh, we're at 79 signups. So what happens when we get to 200 signups? That's the goal. When we get to 200 signups, we will be giving away a Shimano SLX XT reel. Okay. Now you don't get to be in the competition. Sorry, you don't get to be in the drawing just by signing up for the forum. You actually have to go in there and look for in the announcements section, the news and announcements. Look for a thread called giveaway at 200 Fish Hype users. Okay. Once you find that thread, so once you find that thread, go in there and comment something like let's go or I'm in for the drawing or something like that. Just make something cool up, I guess. And I'll know that you're interested in winning the reel. Okay. If we get 200 users and there's only 10, well, there's more than 10 now, but there's only, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's about 13 people that have commented on that thread. Let me see if I can share it for you guys. Give me a second. I don't know if it'll let me do this real quick. So sorry, Coach. I don't see you in Skype, Coach. Can you message me when you're ready? Let's see. How do I do this? Window share. Give me a second, boys. I'm gonna set this up. Window share. There it is. Now, where is that window? Gonna cycle through these windows. I can find it. And there it is. Got it. Okay. So here. Window capture. So there. And there. Okay, just making sure it fits on the screen, guys. Give me a second. Cool. All right. So let me transition over. Boom. All right. So it's actually here. Okay. Well, let me do this ad up here. So let's see if we get that. There it is. So if you come to the forum, you're gonna see this ad up here, and you can click on it, and it's gonna take you here. Okay. So we click on that. It'll bring you here to the thread. There it is. SLX XT 150X HG is the reel. So I think it's like a 7.1. Donated by Brother Sport Fishing. So shout out to Brother Sport Fishing. And these are the people that are signed up to win the raffle. Okay, if you're not on this list, you're not going to be in the drawing. So if you want to be part of this giveaway when we hit 200 users on Fish Hype, go register and leave a comment on there so we can, you can be part of the drawing. Okay. All right, back to Fish Hype. Fishing reports here. This is where you're gonna come and drop your fishing report for the weekend. Ooh, SD Back Bay warm water. There we go. And then we will use those to build another thread similar to this one to vote for best fishing contest, and I'll have the date, and you guys can decide who the winner is gonna be. Okay. I don't see Coach jumping on. Let me see. I'm gonna try to call him, see if he picks up. He might not be logged in. It's ringing him. So let's see. Main window. Boom. Oh, we do have him. All right. Coming in hot from Coach Werf Studios. It's Coach Werf. Let me get me. Can I hear you, Coach? Check 1 2. Oh, I can't hear you. Interesting. Hang on, let me see if I have you muted somehow. Not muted here. Let's see. I still can't hear you. Let me figure this out. We'll figure this out. Because it's Monday, and we do what we want. Coach, can you hear me? Okay, good. So you can hear me. I can't hear you. Okay, what is this? Here. It's not muted. It's the right slider. Let me call you back, Coach. Okay, so that works. That works. So I heard the Skype. Okay, sorry guys. You guys gonna hear the annoying Skype sound. Okay, so there he is. Oh, I can hear you. I think. Hello. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? I can't hear you. That's weird. All right, I'm gonna hang up. You call me. Okay. Yeah. Don't call me. You call me. Anyway. Need to find Coach's page. There it is. All right. There he is. Calling back. Oh, I know what the problem is. Hello. I know what the problem is, Coach. I got it. It's my phone over here trying to like get all up in the mix. Get all in the business. I never opened up Skype on this phone, and it's still trying to like answer the call. You got disconnected. Wah. All right, I'll call you back. All right, calling you back. Boom. All right. Can you hear me now? Is your mic muted? Are you sure? Yeah, there we go. I heard it. Nope. Oh, that's weird. Now you're muted. No, you're not. Well, hang on. It's gotta be something random. Like I muted something here on the board. Maybe move Skype over here. Sorry guys, troubleshooting real quick. We're gonna make this happen. Okay? It's Monday, we're chilling. Just little technical difficulties, but we'll figure them out. So we do. Settings. Video. Speaker. Yep, that looks right. Speaker is that one. Yep. Test audio. Yeah, my audio works from here locally. I feel like maybe choose a different mic on your side. Does it offer you, like when you click on the little arrow next to the mic, does it change on you? Oh, Coach plugged in the headset. What? Just created a fish hype. Let's go, Doc Stalker with a fish hype account coming in hot. Woo! Let's go. Coach is trying to figure out something different with the sound. Give us a second, guys. That's cool. Yeah, LA people are definitely allowed and encouraged to join. If Doc Stalker, if you end up having a group of friends that you fish with, oh, I hear you.
You hear me, do you?
Yes. Okay, you freaked me out. I was like, my gosh, what's wrong with it now? Because I've been known to turn up the wrong slider. And it's like, why can't I hear you? It's the wrong slider. Like I look at it from an angle, so then like it looks like I'm turning up the right slider, but it's like the wrong slider. So then like I'm like, you're up as far as I can go, and it's like the wrong slider. Anyway, all right, coming in hot, live from Wurf Studios. It's Coach. Dun dun dun. Woo! What up, Coach?
What's good, Roman? What's good?
It's Monday. It's Monday.
Another week begins.
How was your day?
Oh, another day
Right?
writing up vegetation management assignments. It was great.
Nice. Nice.
Amazing.
Do you smell something?
What am I smelling, Roman?
Bear poop.
That's pretty much it right there.
No, because the bear on the flag is right next to your nose. Yay! Let's go. All right. How you been? Let's do this. How's Coach's volume, guys? Can you guys hear him pretty good?
I don't know why my mic's not picking up.
No, your mic is good. It's picking it up. It's good.
Yeah, but that's this mic and not that one.
Oh, okay. They changed it. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that?
Did a little bit of a reset there, Roman. So
Yeah,
how you been, man?
Pretty good. Pretty good, actually. Busy in a good way.
Well,
Busy in
that's
a good
good.
way. Doing lots of random stuff. Learning a lot of stuff.
You? Random stuff? Since I don't believe this malarkey for a minute.
The forum's looking pretty good.
Yeah, we're going to get to that in just a minute, but
You think so? I mean, oh, sorry.
we
No.
will.
Oh, yeah, good.
We will.
Yeah.
Oh my. There we go. I wanted to check out. I had something that I had
Pretty soon we'll be able to take fishing reports right off of Fish Hype for this segment. It's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. I didn't realize how much of a help it would be once we got going, because we could take fishing reports from there. We can add some. It's just cool. It gets us a better feel for like the scene, you know.
Well, but here on the show we can talk about anything we want. I mean, it could be your last trip to Florida, and could be anything. You know what I mean?
Yep.
No limits over here.
Right. That's true.
Over there, there's a few constraints, but over here, there's no limits.
Very nice. Cool.
So our red tide has finally left the building, Roman. Finally. I went to La Jolla the other day, and it was fairly clear, and I actually caught a few fish. So.
Oh, nice.
So the red tide's finally clearing out. Those inshore fish that I rely on for my little reports for you guys will be coming back. Woo. And hopefully this is a sign of things to come. And if it stays calm enough long enough, we'll get our kelp back, and everything else will be growing in short order. So hopefully we're through the woods with that whole red tide bit.
That's cool. That's cool. Man, so I had plans to dive with Bo on Sunday, and then my wife saw this great deal for Sevia at the Sprouts. It was 2 10-packs for $5.
Dang.
That's 25 cents a can. Right? I was like, wow. So I literally backed the truck up, dude. So they had these 10-packs. They were wrapped with plastic, so there was like a 20-pack, I guess. And the way they had them stacked, they were kind of stuck together, right? But they're also wrapped in that plastic, so they're kind of sticking to each other. And dude, I took all of these the cola ones, and there was like, when I got to the last one on the bottom, or the last one of that row on the bottom, it was pinched between two stacks, and it has a plastic wrapped around it, so it was like I couldn't lift it up easily, so I had to put more strength into it than I was expecting. You see where it's going, right? You see where it's going, dude. Dude, it was like I felt it a little bit, but so I adjusted. I bent my knees down, and I just like pushed it out of the way and like made sure I got it. So and then I had to go through all of the Dr. Sevia stack too, right? So I did it all. I bought everything. I got to the truck. I put it in the truck, and then got it home, and then offloaded it off the truck to the garage. And dude, I've been hurting for the past couple days. Like, I had to cancel on bow like last minute too. I was like, all right, I'm gonna try to sleep through it, and then maybe when I wake up, I'll feel a little bit better. But it's like no way. It's like no way I could hack that boat ride, let alone like the dive. You know.
Oh yeah.
So I still feel it now, but yeah, that sucks. It sucks.
Well, Roman, I hate to point this out to you, but you may no longer be a spring chicken. Okay.
No, I didn't skip. I didn't skip fishing to get soda. Soda messed up my back, so I had to like not do anything. Sucks, man. But now that you mentioned red tide, though, I guess I didn't miss out on much because if there was red tide, the visibility would have been terrible.
Well, the water had been super dark at La Jolla every day until Sunday
Ah,
when I had gone. So I mean, it was I went in the middle of last week, and I mean, it was pitch black. I mean, you couldn't even see the bottom of the tide pools. Nonetheless, anything else, it was ugly out there.
wow, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Well, you want to get into it here?
Oh
Roman,
yeah, of course. All right, boys. If it's your first time here, we're gonna jump into the
Get ready. Here comes this week's San Diego Fishing Report.
nice. Let's go. All right, so Coach.
All right, let me
Coach
share my screen here.
Coach is gonna set up his screen share while I talk to you about our sponsors. Our sponsors are fishhype.com. Let's go. I'm just kidding. All right. Go sign up. Really. Salty says you became fragile through the COVID years. I know, dude. I know. And then, like the week before last, I went 3 days to jiu-jitsu. Thought I was like, yeah, I'm getting stronger. And then like I do this to myself, and now I can't even go to jiu-jitsu. I'm so sad. So sad. All right. So Coach looks like he's ready. Let me get him on screen. Co-host split. No co-host screen. Yeah, it works. Nice, dude.
Who knew, Roman? Who knew? So I've had a lot of the Mad Max approach me who didn't want to get memberships on SD Fish for whatever reason to read my original write-up. This is a new and revised write-up.
Woo!
So I wrote an article in the community articles of how to fish the Imperial Valley. This is exactly how I go about it. I detail it all here, from hooks, line, safety, everything.
Very nice.
I posted a video on how exactly I go about catching the catfish out there that I catch for the most part. Sometimes I'll use a little bit different, but that's the main way I use.
Yep.
And a few pictures of both scenery and plenty of fish.
I like that sunset. Is that sunrise or sunset?
This would be sunrise, and this looks like Sheldon right here. This is over off Forester Road.
Looks so cool.
I mean, the sunrises and sunsets out there are absolutely spectacular. Just if you haven't experienced it, it's something totally different from anything you might think.
Very nice.
So I wanted to make sure everybody knew that I did have an article up there. Go over to Fish Hype and check it out if you're inclined. I basically describe exactly how I go about doing what I do out there and why it works.
Perfect.
Our tides for this week. Well, we got moderate incoming in the evening the next couple of days, which is good for me and what I do. I may head out on Wednesday around sundown. Sorry, Roman, but the tide is looking just about too good for me to miss it.
Oh, nice.
I'll catch Fishy Hour on the flip side.
So good.
So yeah. Anyways, our offshore temperatures are mid 50s and rising. If we get some good sunny days and our water clarity stays at what it is, then we are going to be in the money, so to speak, to have our kelp bounce right back in a couple of days and get that whole train going. But we need sunlight and we need clear water in order to make that happen. So
perfect.
Keep your fingers crossed, folks. This is a good sign of things to come right here.
Oh yeah.
And of course, the real local story, other than tons and tons of rockfish being taken at the 9 and the 14 and elsewhere, is the bluefin bite.
That looks awesome.
I mean, it's there she is with a tuna that might weigh more than her. So
That's cool.
Yeah, a couple of my buddies have gone out in the last couple of weeks. In fact, I got bluefin sitting in the freezer right now.
What? Let's go.
This is on the Double A, which of course is just legendary in our local sport fishing community. But
Where are they out of?
I believe they're out of which landing are they out of? I'm trying to remember. I want to say it's Point Loma, but I think it's probably H&M.
Oh, very cool.
But
Dave.
yeah, I mean,
Jesse,
look at the size of that tuna compared to the girl.
That's
Good
cool.
Lord.
Jesse's got a great question that I missed earlier, and I apologize, Jesse. He said, "Are you trying to keep this SoCal or have it spread all over the country?" Jesse, we're trying to spread this all over the world. Jesse, everybody's welcome, dude. Anywhere in the country. The only thing we have is like our guiding principles, which is our guiding principles of what are the three? What do we break it down to? Fishing.
It's pretty much
respect.
be nice and talk to each other.
Yeah,
there
fish,
you go.
respect. Fish, respect, connect. Those are the
Yep.
guiding principles. Fish, respect, connect. So
be nice and talk to each other. Pretty simple from my view. So.
exactly. If you end up organizing a group, Jesse, in Washington, and you guys need a place to like have like a basically like your sub extension of a club, or if you want to start a different club altogether, and you need a place for that comms to happen, we'll set you up with a sub thread, dude, within the clubs section. So, yeah, we'll figure it out. Just let me know. We'll set it up for you.
Absolutely, and this goes out to anybody. If you do something weird, if you and your buddies, and you want to have a subsection of the forums, you know, like me, I go fish the Imperial Valley, or I'll go fish creeks or something. You know, let's say you have 10 guys who chip in $2 a piece, and the picture of the biggest green sunfish at the end of the night wins. I mean, we'd welcome any sort of positivity or connection with your fellow anglers, as long as we keep it positive. I mean,
perfect.
I'm all for it. Man, those are some nice fish.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
I mean, we got a full speed bluefin bite before May even is going down, so this is going to definitely be an interesting year.
It's so good.
I can't wait for that water to tip up over about 61 or so, and the patty yellows to get on the feed. That might happen super early this year. It might happen in the next couple of weeks. What else you got for me, Roman, or is there anything else I can do for you? Oh,
fish counts.
If you want to look at fish counts, we can definitely do that. The real story here, for the local inshores, is rockfish, right? All those new grounds that opened up, the 14 mile, the 9 mile, the deep side of the 270/5 mile bank. Those areas are coughing up tons of 4 to 8 pound rockfish. You can go put on a good limit, a really nice, there it is, rockfish and bluefin right there. I'm kind of surprised to see the 33 yellowtail in the mix here.
Right.
I'm wondering if those are patty fish that they bumped into when they were going to or from the bluefin. But I mean, even up north out of Davies or Dana or anywhere, I mean, you just see just tons and tons of big rockfish in the counts. Plenty of big sheephead when you go farther north too. There were some guys getting on some white sea bass. It was a super late bite this year, but I think that's mostly dried up for him, if I had to guess.
Perfect.
Oh, Roman. Well, we'll go. Let me switch back to my face real quick here.
All right, give me a second. All right. That's so funny. I'm like, your face? What do you mean? Face reveal? If you ever do a face reveal, Coach, we're gonna have to we're gonna make a big deal about it. We're gonna have to put a thumbnail and with the face mask with a bunch of question marks.
The whole thing here is everybody that chimed in on it said, keep your face mask on. We enjoy it. It's a source of humor for us. So I'll just leave it on for now. If the glorious peoples change their mind, I'll happily take it off for you guys.
See, Coach is a man of the peoples.
I am, for sure.
Let's roll. That's so good.
So Roman, there was a couple of things you mentioned earlier. I kind of wasn't totally tuned in, although you were running. the number one thing a fish finder will do for you.
Oh, this is good. Let's roll. I like
Okay.
it. Yep.
This is the number one thing. When you first get your fish finder on your kayak or yak board or boat or whatever it's on, your float tube, whatever, the one thing that fish finder will do for you is tell you what kind of bottom you're on.
That's good.
This is invaluable information for us as fishermen because bottom type quite often determines the species of fish you're going to catch, the numbers of fish you're going to catch, how you're going to go about presenting it to the on there. All these things are based on what bottom you're fishing on. So if you can interpret your fish finder and figure out what your fish finder is telling you about the bottom, right? Because 90% of fish orient to the bottom. Less than 10% of species are pelagic. And even in pelagic species, they still orient to the bottom. You still need banks, you still need jetties, you still need funnels for bait to go through. You still need structure, even for the pelagic and surface fish. So that's the number one thing a fish finder will tell you. And I know that I totally contradict Roman on this.
How dare you have a different opinion than me?
Shame on you're wrong, Roman. You're wrong. No. I take the exact opposite view to Roman on this, and I've said it a few times on the show.
On getting
before.
a fish finder?
On the whole thing, yeah.
Oh, cool.
There is absolutely nothing wrong with a garage sale kayak you pick up for $150, slapping the cheapest used fish finder on that bad boy you can, and learning being out on the water.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
That time on the water is absolutely critical. So if you're one of these guys that's going to be saving up for 2 or 3 years to buy your PA-14, I strongly tell you to put that first month or two's, no more, mind you, but your first month or two's worth of savings, put that on a cheap, crappy kayak with a paddle, and start learning. Learn how you drift, learn how you manipulate, learn how to get back in the thing, learn all these things so that when you have the platform that can take you the distance, you're already dialed in. You're already on top of it.
Yeah, that makes sense. So coach is saying you're wasting fishing experience potential by taking too long to save for your kayak, right? Get a cheap kayak, just get on the water, start getting that experience before you get the nicer kayak that's going to take you longer to get, right? That makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
And I also suggest if you're new to kayak fishing, I know that I'm a filthy heathen and I will burn in eternal torment for saying this. But when you first get on the kayak, at least consider bait.
Oh yeah, so you feel the bite. Yeah,
bait.
That's true. So you because it's gonna keep you in the game. And you're gonna
be forced to learn faster.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You're gonna be forced to learn quicker. There's a whole bunch of. I mean, I don't want to get into an hour-long explanation of why I believe this is true.
Yeah. You don't have to be a plastic slinging slayer right off the bat. That makes sense. Yeah, I like it.
I mean, you're like, oh no, I use my bait caster from shore all the time. The kayak's a very different learning environment.
Yep.
So start off with something that'll really allow you to engage and really start getting success.
That's cool.
That's my advice. I realize that that's kind of a not often pushed narrative, but there is no replacement for experience. There's no matter what it doesn't matter if it's sack time with that girl in high school.
Whoa.
Or whether it's
because past 8 o'clock.
Or whether it's skinning a deer. There is no replacement for experience. Get out there and get the experience you need.
Skin some deer. All right.
Been a long time since I skinned a deer, Roman. A long time.
That's funny. Perfect. All right. So I like it. I like that extra info. That question had some depth. I dig it. Cool. So since we have Coach on here, we can't let him go before he gives us
Wisdom of the Week.
Let's go. Start the week right, boys.
Shout out to Sound in the City for that one.
Yep.
Mr. Anthony. So let's
fishing.
just do a quick recap. Hey, there's all kinds of stuff going on right now. The IV is going off. I left blitzing stripers the other day out there to babysit this. Anyway, I don't want to get into all that. But
let's go.
but I left boiling stripers in the Imperial Valley the other day. I absolutely laid the hammer on the fish. Our local inshore is clearing up. The local rockfish bite on the party boats and on the privates has never been better. I don't think. And I don't think you'll ever get a better opportunity than now to jump on an extended half day, 3/4 day, whatever you can get on to get out there out to the 9 Mile Bank, 14, Carlsbad Canyon, or any of these other deep water spots. You'll never have a better chance. The tuna are coming up the line nicely. I heard they were within the 302/289 type of range.
Oh, dang.
So that's 1 day range right there.
Wow.
You mean you never know. You never know. But everything's going off right now. You can't get them from the couch. You never had more incentive to get off of your keister and get out there and catch a few than you have right now today. So even if you can clear up 2 or 3 hours on a Wednesday evening or a Thursday afternoon or whatever it is you have to go, you have no excuse not to get out there and get working on it. Oh, and post a report on Fish Hype when you're done, would you? The rest of us want to share the stoke with you.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, that's so many things happening. It's good. Like I'm just waiting for when they're a little bit closer, and then it's like it's gonna be wild, dude. It's gonna be wild. Everything's gonna be going crazy, trying to find a spot on the boat. Jigs flying everywhere, poppers flying everywhere. Everybody looking for the foamers. Let's go. I'm getting excited just thinking about it. Bros. Kevin, let's go. Let's go.
Hey man, from everything I'm seeing in the crystal ball, as murky as it is, man, it looks like we're gonna have another good Dorado run this year. It really looks like we are.
So tasty.
We'll see what happens. Of course, I've been wrong before and I'll be wrong again, but from what I've seen so far, it sure looks like it.
Sweet. So we're gonna take. Actually, before we go, you guys know that Coach makes content on YouTube as well. So Wurf TV is his channel. Do we put? I think we have a link for you in the chat. Give me a second.
I think you do.
Is it just !Wurf? Let's see. About to find out. Come on, Nightbot. Or is it Wurf TV?
It's either Wurf or Wurf TV. I don't remember which.
Well, we should just make it Wurf because it's easier. Wurf TV. It is Wurf TV. Okay, we'll add an alias to just make it Wurf. Sweet. So once the Nightbot put there it is. Yeah, it's Wurf TV. So once there it is, Nightbot just posted a link to Coach Wurf's channel. Give him a subscribe if you like what he's making. He's putting out tons of shorts. If you have a question for him, you can reach out to him through his channel, or you can reach out to him through Fish Hype. He is the governor of Fish Hype. No, the mayor, right? The mayor was the mayor.
Yes,
right?
I am the official elected representative of the people. Slightly less than half of you voted, and the message was clear. I was the choice.
Nice. So, well, yeah, that's the way you reach out to us, get a hold of us, and share your stoke on fishhype.com. And cool. So let's take any last words, Coach, before I take you out with a round of applause from the live studio audience.
Get off your heinies and catch some fish, people, and then post a report if you're willing.
There we go.
We would all appreciate it if you would.
Perfect. All right. Thanks, Coach. Taking Coach out with a round of applause from the live studio audience. Dude, that's fun. Coach, you make the shows more fun. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for helping us. And thanks for all the help you do in the Fish Hype forum. Okay. Guys, it's a wrap. That's all I got for you tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Real quick, if you just signed up for Fish Hype, we have a ranking system built in where it's gonna limit the amount of times you post initially. So once the system sees that you're posting and replying and liking stuff, it'll start opening it up for you so you can have more access. Okay, we just don't want people to jump in there and start spamming a bunch of random stuff. Okay, that's why some of you guys might feel like it might tell you like you're limited on posting, right? That will eventually lift as you interact with the post and respond to other people's listings, and then you'll have more access and be able to post more things. Okay. So once again, thanks again for tuning in to Fishy Hour. I had a blast today. Actually, it was nice to catch up and just chill. I don't know if we'll do it again next Monday or not. We'll see. But for sure, we'll be back here on Wednesday with Brian with the results for Spotty Bowl. Okay, San Diego is it division? San Diego region. Okay, it's gonna be a blast. We're gonna have the results for the fish hype fishing report of the week. That's hard to say. We're gonna have the results for Spotty Bowl, and if you haven't already, now's the time to go over to Fish Hype and put in your fishing reports to be eligible for the Fish Hype shirt. If you're interested in sponsoring Fish Hype, the forum, and being one of the advertisers, we're open to receiving applications. Reach out to me, and I'll send you the details and pay structure and all that good stuff. And looking forward to it. Okay, I will see you guys. What is it? Wednesday. Again, thanks for tuning in, and you guys have a good night. May the bite be with you. Woo. See ya.